Hey, it's Thursday morning, 9:57, September 29th. Just a little drive around after the storm, just to check out post-storm damage. I'm hearing some bad news about the West Coast, Tampa, Fort Myers area. This, I would expect it would have been flooded out here. We got lucky. We were in Melbourne here. We were on the south end of more of the major effects. My sister is 20 miles north, roughly, a little more than that. And she was in some flash flood warning areas. And there's some down branches here and stuff. Like I said, it didn't bother me a whole lot. There's a pretty bad down tree right there. I actually used to work at this building on this property years ago. There's a tree down. This is on John Rhodes Boulevard. This is on John Rhodes Boulevard, headed towards Ellis North. To the north there at the light, there's a couple down trees. This is the street that I thought would be flooded. There was a little something came through here that knocked, there's a power pole down. Of course, I'm not a meteorologist. I used to do wave forecasting for my surfboard business, but anyway, I'm on John Rhodes Boulevard, northbound at Ellis Road. I'm gonna go out to Lake Washington to see how much water is moving there. They just recently fixed the weir there that held the water level for Melbourne drinking water situation, or just to keep level in the lake. I'm going to go see how much water is flowing there, just to see coming out of the headwaters down through Fellsmere and all. I'm pretty much at the lower end, close to the lower end of the St. John's here. I know they're having a lot of problems up north with flood waters up there, so I'm working my way out that way. There's a power pole down in a parking lot back there. Is flowing over the water. I just had somebody cut into my lane last split second in front of me to avoid a puddle, and he almost head on me. Some people don't think. Here's a crew clearing some broken branches here. This drainage ditch is full, but it looks like it's under control. It may be just clogging up at the drain ports there. I just saw a fish swirl back there. There's bass in these things. This is O'Galley Boulevard and John Rhodes Boulevard, northbound. I've always been out, and as soon as I could get out the first daylight after a storm, I would go out, drive around, and inspect local damage. It gives me a sense of how bad it was, how lucky people were. We did all right in this storm, although there's a lot more people in the state north of us and west of us that did not fare as well. One of the government officials made a comment this morning and said that the death toll would be in the hundreds. DeSantis got on and toned that down right after that with his speech, which is probably true. They were going by the accounts of 911 calls, the outbearing islands and stuff. They're out there rescuing people now. I used to fish and surf out on Captiva and Sanibel Island, and you get out on those outlying islands and they're low. Long bridge going across to Sanibel Island. Part of it was actually washed away, I heard. Haven't seen pictures of that yet, but that would have trapped the people on the island. No way out. I went over there one time when I owned my surfboard business, and a hurricane hit the west coast and the waves were like up to 10 foot. We went out on Sanibel Captiva Island, and there was a sheriff's deputy that was standing guard over the bridge. There was some tidal surge there, and the waves were breaking on the houses on the coast right next to the bridge there, and there was waist deep water on the road leading to the bridge. The sheriff deputy didn't want to let us go across. I said, we're just going wave chasing, you know, we'll we'll come back and check in with you. So he let us cross the bridge, but it was waist deep water, and you could see the waves coming right between the house. You know, the house is on the coast there on the Gulf. So I know that place is prone to coastal flooding. You know, the other side of the bridge was high and dry. It was tough carrying our boards across in 50-mile-an-hour winds or better across the top of the bridge. The roads are still at the same height they were then. That was back in probably the late 80s. And we did get some 10-foot waves. It was an interesting experience. So we went on down south. I had family in Naples. So I went on down that way. And it's windy out here. It's probably a steady 25, gusting to 30, 35 right now. Yeah, I would say that easy. Maybe even a little higher gust than 35. I decided to come out onto the bucking floating dock. I might get knocked on my butt because it's bouncing a little bit. I'm going up about 10 inches and down. We'll pick a little calm spot here and wander out to the end. She's bucking a little bit. You can see how much it's moving there on the poles. Whoop, there's a little wave coming over. I don't want to get all wet, otherwise I'd go out to the end. I just wanted to see if I could stand up on the moving thing while it was bucking. I am getting a little older. I'll go out here one time and touch, just to say I did. Okay, I'm here. Wow. I've been out in the lake fishing when it's been this rough. Got caught in a thunderstorm one time fishing in a canoe. And I was on the total opposite end corner of the lake over there where I'm pointing the camera. And the wind was going in my direction, the opposite it is now. And I couldn't paddle back across. It kept pushing me. You know, it was stronger than I could paddle in the canoe. So I was stuck over there. I finally worked my way diagonal to the wind, to the other side of the lake, to the east side. And as soon as I got over there, it quit raining, the wind quit blowing. Like, oh, it was about an hour workout trying to paddle across, but it was interesting. It was interesting. Lightning and rain pouring down, and I was not afraid for myself. I was afraid for the $1,000 worth of bass rods I had in the boat. Hard-headed. But anyway, this lake can get hairy, especially in a canoe. Here comes a big wave right here. Yep, that one went over. Got my feet. Here comes another one. No, that one not so bad. Whoop, that one got my waist. That one bounced up to my chest. Not on the front of the camera though. Anyway. Okay, I'm gonna head back. Interesting. She's bucking. Like riding a mechanical bull almost. I just met this gentleman out here at Lake Washington. His name is Nathan. He's a pretty good guy. Yep. And hopefully we'll maybe hook up and do some fishing later. He was telling me he likes meeting YouTubers that go fishing and stuff. So, but he's out here at Lake Washington checking it out, taking pictures of the waves and the water height and all that. So, yep. All right, man. I'll talk to you later, Nathan. See you later. Okay, I'm at Harlock Road and Lake Washington heading east. That's the corner where I came in and turned towards Lake Washington. Now I'm going the other way. Just a bunch of palm fronds down. Everybody that was out at the lake looking. I met Nathan out there. Now I'm gonna head up Lake Washington and check my boat. Somebody pumping out their retention pond or something there into the drainage ditch. There's a little bit of tree damage in someone's backyard. Right up near Wickham Road in Lake Washington. There's some more damage. A Boston Chicken sign torn up there. Well, I'm at my boat. She didn't budge, which is good. But actually it shook a little bit because this brick is cocked a little bit and the wheels turned just a hair. She moved a hair but didn't budge outside of that. My patch held. Go up and look inside. The jet ski didn't move unless he was already out here and rearranged it. But that was my concern, that he'd be floating around and banging into things. Let's see what this looks like up in here. I don't think I got any damage. We didn't get a whole lot. Climbing up one-handed with a camera in the hand. Ooh. Okay, it didn't knock this down. I was a little concerned about that after the fact. It took my PFD off the seat. That's no big deal. Put it right back up there. Let me look inside here. See what might have happened down in the cabin. Yeah, there's some water down in there. 15 gallons, 10, 15 gallons. Not as bad as it was when I drained it the other day, but I don't know where it's getting in. I don't know where it's getting in from. Let me feel around here. No, that's all dry. I wonder where the heck it's getting in from. I thought it would come in around this temporary patch on this, but it didn't. That's a little wet there. So the screw holes, wow. Wowie wow. That's dry pretty much. That's dry. So my assumption then is it's leaking into the aft sleeping area. The speaker holes are back there and all. It's getting in through back there. I'll have to check what. And then running forward into here, that's what's happening. And with that roof, it's all good in there. I need to install that flush toilet in there. I've got that open speaker hole there that I never put a patch on. I don't think I'll have speakers in there later. And then I got that open speaker over there, but that one's up under the roof more. This one, that's why I have the cooler over top it. But the water and the boat's tilted this way a little bit. There's water up in here, so water did get in. It might have run some excuse me, in through there. I don't think this thing leaks. That's closed. So then it's probably, let me put this back together here. I'll come out later today, maybe pump it out, get that bilge pump. That thing, I pumped it right in through the drain hole there. It worked so well. Actually, I'll bring some bleach and put it in that water and pre-clean that fiberglass because I want to put in that deck. I got the foam, it's up overhead in my warehouse. Okay, so it could be getting in through some of these holes, screw holes for the old seating. If there's any open holes down in there, yeah, like these holes here, it could be leaking in through there. So it's actually not too bad. I guess it might run out past that level there. I can pump that out too. I don't think the starter's in the water or anything. It'll drain out the back drain hole before it does that. And, like, you know, these stanchions for the handrails are loose. The screws probably letting some water down in through there. But see this thing, it drips right inside here. But it's fared pretty well. I still have to do all the work on the boat. Main thing is get her to run. She don't have to look good. She just has to get me out there to catch fish, and then do the aesthetics later. Okay, let me climb down here. I got another hand rail like this, stainless steel, to put here, which will make it easier for me if I got my scuba gear on, or kids or ladies that are along with me, or anybody. So it did wash the boat down a little bit. Post storm boat check is okay.